What's up, gang? This is your man, Real Deal, Steven Steele, coming to you live on a... What night of the week is it? It's all blurring together, ladies and gentlemen. We're going up on a Tuesday. Thank you, Nick. We're going up on a Tuesday. I was about to say Wednesday. I was about to say Happy Hump Day, but that would have been getting a little bit ahead of myself. Tomorrow's Hump Day, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, we are going up on a Tuesday. And we are doing it to it. Welcome to Doge After Dark. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Doge After Dark. Who do we got in here? We got Jesse Smith, Biggie Man, Jackson, Alex Walsh, Slay Blaze, Bang Stun, David Homelander, Jesse Smith, Jeff Creed, Anthony Grant, of course, Dylan McDougall, and the list goes on. Welcome each and every one of you guys. Really appreciate it. And I see there's already a couple super chats that came in, so I'd love to thank those people. First, Robbie Gilchrist coming in with a big, generous 25 Canadian dollar super chat. Thank you so much, Robbie. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate your continuous, generous support of the stream and the show. It's always great to see you, my friend. And thank you for starting things off strong. With that super chat. And that was followed up by Anthony Grant, another regular viewer of the show. Thank you so much, Anthony. Anthony coming in at $5 super chat says, the party starts now. And you are absolutely right, Anthony. The party starts now. The party starts here. And you know how we do it night after night, bringing you the most exciting, cutting edge, entertaining, Doge-centric coverage from coast to coast. So it is great to see you guys. Listen, before you do anything else, if you haven't hit that like button, smash that like button. Takes a split second of your time, doesn't cost you a dime. It's the number one thing you can do to help a new emerging channel like this get up in front of more viewers, to rise in those ratings. So if you haven't done that, take a moment to do that. That's bigly appreciated. Also, if you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you to Steven Steele Live. My name's Steven Steele, and we're building out a community here that is just really exceptional and really fun and cool. And we would love to have you along with us for that ascension to the moon. It's not a matter of if we're getting there. It's just a matter of when, folks. But a really big part of the enjoyment is the journey. And the more people we can bring us together on this journey, the more enjoyable it will be. And also, if you, those of you who are on Twitter, if you could retweet out this stream, just take a moment to consider retweeting this stream. It really does help get the word out about the show. So I put the link to the tweet of the stream in the chat. So if those of you are on Twitter, if you wouldn't mind doing that's always a big help. And then lastly, if you feel compelled to super chat at any time throughout this show, you're more than welcome to do so. You can do that through YouTube or through the Stream Elements link pinned at the top of the chat. And that's always hugely appreciated and prioritized for the time and efforts. And we answer those any questions or comments you may have. You can put prioritized in those super chats. At this time, I would like to bring in my friend and fellow Dogecoin colleague and co-host, Nick Balls, Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls. Nick, what's going on, man?
And connoisseur and other things that start with C.
Yes. Connoisseur, yes, sir.
Coinosaur, if you will.
A what? A coinosaur. I see what you did there. That has to be a term already. One that I am actually surprisingly not familiar with, but coinosaur.
I just made it up, but yeah, that's
might have to trademark that. It seems like the term coinosaur. It seems like such a no-brainer, but at the same time, I haven't heard it yet. So there we are, coinosaur. There we have it. I think that's going to be a permanent part of.
I'm adding it to my Twitter bio right now.
Seriously, I think that could be I think that's going to really catch on. I think that's a term that's going to probably be a permanent part of the cryptocurrency lexicon. Chef Supreme Zay coming in with a $10 super chat. Awesome. Thank you for that $10 super chat. Chef Supreme says, you are the cool uncle everyone has in their family. definitely the uncle of Doge. I'm excited for tonight's stream. Let's go. Chef Supreme, thank you for that. I guess I've been, people have more and more calling me, referring me to the Uncle Doge, the cool uncle of Doge. You know, I'll take it. I like it. I think it's funny. I think it's fun. We all have our roles, and mine apparently is the cool uncle of Doge. So thank you so much for that super chat, and really glad to have you here, Zay. Right on. Nick, how you feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty good. Yeah. Very, interesting evening. I was not up for the Elon tweet. Obviously, people know I'm an early riser.
Yep.
So, yeah, I woke up, saw that. I watched a few good TA videos today. I was actually out at my girlfriend's house, which she lives about an hour away from me. So I had a nice drive out there today, and I listened to a few TA videos along the way. And yeah, we look to be in a good spot. I mean, we're in a place right now in the market where one of two things is going to happen. We're either going to head up and retest that, 70-ish cent level, or we're going to break down into the zone. I forgot what the guy called it in the last TA video I watched, but
the danger zone.
It's not even really a danger zone. It's just like a previous area of level of support for us, which is like all the way down to like the 30-something cent level. Either way, I don't feel particularly concerned one way or the other, although I do want to get into my Alex Jones level conspiracy theories about Tesla Automotive accepting Dogecoin.
Tesla Automotive. Okay, yeah. We can dive deep into your theories on that. That sounds interesting. Yeah, so that's obviously the biggest news in Dogeland right now, right? Late last night, early this morning. Those of you who don't know, I'm sure all of you know, but just in case, Elon tweeted out a poll. And said, do you think Dogecoin should, do you think you should be able to buy, would you like to be able to buy a Tesla with Dogecoin? And I'd say about 78% of people said yes. And 22% of those people were probably people that already don't like Elon Musk for one reason or another, or Bitcoin maxis. I guess it's probably a combination of both. Beef Supreme coming in at $5 super chat. Beef Supreme says, surge it, baby. Thank you so much, Beef Supreme, for coming in. It's always great to see you, my friend. Thank you for the $5 super chat. So you have an interesting theory about the potential Tesla Doge integration.
I do.
All right, lay it out. Let's hear it, buddy.
My theory about Tesla accepting Doge is that they already have. And what I mean by this is when Tesla originally started accepting Bitcoin, they placed a $1 billion Bitcoin order about 3 months before they announced their acceptance of Bitcoin to Tesla. They did this for many reasons, not only one to hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet, but also so they can secure orders. They can secure payments back and forth with Bitcoin. Great, that's awesome. I believe that Tesla already owns Dogecoin. And the reason I believe this is because when we saw the large run-up a few weeks, starting a week or so ago, it might have been 2 weeks now, when the first surge happened, there were several new large wallet addresses created on the blockchain. If you go and look up the Doge whale wallets, there's a list of all the biggest wallets on the blockchain, and there's several new wallets on the blockchain that have not been there before. There's many theories as to where these, who and what and why and where these wallets are associated with, but I would venture a guess that Tesla is already in the process of, and probably has already purchased a large, substantial amount of Doge. And they are simply waiting to make that announcement. I don't think Elon would put out a tweet just asking if everyone wanted Tesla to take Doge, when he already knows the answer.
Right.
The answer is yes.
Right.
And I can almost guarantee you that through confirmation with Mark Cuban, who has been accepting Bitcoin for years and made virtually zero sales in Bitcoin for the Dallas Mavericks, and just magically over the past 3 months, he started accepting Dogecoin and has done hundreds of thousands, if not by now millions of dollars in sales for the Dallas Mavs using Dogecoin. It's a no-brainer for Tesla, and if Tesla does it, it'll be a cascade effect, just like it was with Bitcoin for other large corporations.
Wow. Yeah, that seems actually that all seems pretty plausible to me. It doesn't even seem all that far-fetched to me once it's broken down. And didn't you say Upshot felt kind of similarly about this?
Yeah, we kind of briefly meant this. Now, of course, this was before the Elon tweet even came out.
Right.
We kind of briefly touched on the subject, but neither of us, and I mean, I still don't have confirmation of this. That's why I called it an Alex Jones level conspiracy theory. But yeah, we touched on the fact that Tesla, could be holding one of these new whale wallets along with Coinbase. And I urge people to really take a look at the term whale. I know that we all know about the 28% wallet, but other than that, the other whale wallets, quote unquote, each of them only owns like 1%, like 1% of supply. That's a lot, but it's not a whale. I would consider 28% of the supply a whale, but we all know that this is an exchange. So yeah, does owning 1% of a coin make you a whale? I guess some people would say so, but you have the ability to move the price 1%. You know what I mean?
Right.
Is that really that crazy? I don't think that's that crazy.
Yeah, I don't think it's that crazy at all. And it's one of those things where obviously Elon wouldn't have tweeted out this poll unless it was already a foregone conclusion in his mind. That's what he's wanted to do, right? What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine that Tesla has not already put a stake into Dogecoin. And like I said, if Tesla is one of the largest, if not the largest automotive company, just in terms of what other companies Elon's involved with. I couldn't imagine they wouldn't want to increase sales. They're a car company. Their goal is to sell cars, and whatever sells more cars, if they can accept a different form of currency that may in fact be more beneficial to them than the actual dollar, accepting Dogecoin. By accepting Dogecoin, they are not liable to turn that coin into cash. They have some responsibility to their shareholders, but they could wait, and the price could go up, and they can make essentially more money off of just holding the coin, which is exactly what Mark Cuban is doing. It's a win-win-win-win move for everybody. It's a win for our community. It's a win for Tesla, and it's a win for other companies that are going to start integrating Doge into their system.
Yeah. Really well laid out, Nick. Now, the number one question I've been getting today, and I'm sure that people in the chat have it as well. Some of the people in the chat have it as well, is in light of this big major news, right, and the implied news anyway, through this poll, Why is Dogecoin sitting around 49.50 cents? Why isn't it higher? Why isn't it higher after a tweet like that?
Well, you kind of got to keep in mind that, Doge was just really attacked pretty heavily by, a well-known short ETF, a 3x ETF that is still operating, by the way, guys. This is actually, the fact that we're trading sideways right now is actually a really good sign. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if Doge continued to trade sideways for the next 2 weeks or more. In fact, that would be a very bullish sign that we're essentially we're basically causing the very short ETF to just not make any money at all. If we just trade sideways, he's not winning or losing, he's just breaking even, which is fine by me. But then again, if Tesla does release information that they are going to start accepting Doge, which they could do that tomorrow, we don't know. I would expect to see a large spike at least back up to the 70 cent level. We could start seeing new all-time highs after a piece of that kind of news is released.
Yeah, and another thing too, it's not for sure. So it's not like the really well-moneyed types that would pile on and essentially ape in on a corporate level. They're not going to really come in over a pull, right? We know what it implies, but
Sure. And keep in mind what kind of what I just said earlier. Right now, as far as all of the technical analysis, every cue that you could use for technical analysis in the market points to Doge either breaking down to lower levels of support and into the previous buying zone of at around 34 to 32 cents, or shooting up to 70 cents. It's one or the other. So I would venture a guess that any well researched financial or just large company or financial institution in general, they would know this as well. So they're not going to make a run on the market when there's just a lot of uncertainty. Now, that could be a good thing in the sense that if we do break out and break up, the break up could be a lot more intense than it would have been if that news wasn't there. And likewise, it could be a good thing in the sense that if we break down, all of those companies would be looking to make an entry at a lower level of price action. So yeah, sure. It could be good either way. If we start to break down, it's a good thing for new investors to get in, and if we break up, it's a good thing for bigger institutions to feel like they're not missing the boat.
Right. So you're seeing a win-win in either direction on this one.
Yeah, certainly. Doge. You know what? I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show before, but when I bought Doge in 2014, I bought enough to feel comfortable that if Doge took off, I would be in a position where I couldn't lose. Meaning, Doge has put itself in a position where no matter what, and I have to imagine this is pissing people like Barry off, that no matter what happens, Doge is in a position where it can't lose. If it goes down, there's so many people betting that it'll go down that they'll buy in and support the coin no matter what. If it goes up, there's so many people looking to get in on the climb that if it goes up, they're going to press it even higher. It literally, where Doge is in a position where no matter which way it goes, it can't lose. And that's, if you can put yourself financially in a position like that, magnifique. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Someone in chat says Miles G is promoting Shiba Inu coin. Have you heard this?
I watched both of his videos today. I don't think he might have done a TA on it. I don't think so though. Let me check. I'll check right now. I don't think so.
Yeah, that I wouldn't. That'd be out of off brand for him, but who knows? Who knows?
I don't see. I'm looking. I watched all of his. He did a video yesterday and a video 4 hours ago, and he didn't.
I feel like I would have heard about that, but yeah. So, how far in the future do you think we could be? Do you think Elon is planning on dropping the big news officially?
Well, I would imagine that the Tesla board of directors would have some sort of say in that.
Right.
And obviously it would probably, if anything, it would probably come from Tesla. We didn't see Tesla announce their Bitcoin holding for like 3 or 4 months after they purchased. And their as well as their acceptance of Bitcoin. So, like I said, we could be trading sideways here for another few weeks. It could be 2 or 3 weeks before Tesla says anything or Elon says anything.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely a probable scenario. Anthony Grant coming in again, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Anthony. I really appreciate your continued support of the show. Did you notice the new whale in Doge? Nick, did you notice a new whale in Doge?
There's more than one.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 brand new wallets that are billion coin wallets. So we thought Papa Upshot and I were kind of talking about it the other night. I haven't done a ton of research into like transactions in and out of these wallets. I haven't tracked them down, which I normally do. I just haven't had the time to recently. But we believe one of them is Coinbase, and yeah, the other could certainly be Tesla. There's no doubt about that.
Robbie Gilchrist coming in with a big major $50 Canadian super chat. Robbie Gilchrist, the unofficial sponsor of Stephen Steele Live, Doge After Dark. Robbie, thank you so much, man, for your continued.
I want to answer a question for him. I feel like give us
some questions or something that we can help you out with, Robbie, for your donations. Robbie, thank you so much for those for your generous gift of $50 Canadian. Just thank you so much, Robbie. I don't know what else to say, but thanks for your generosity and your continued support of the stream, of the show. Just hugely appreciated. And don't be afraid to put some questions in with those super chats, Robbie, because we're here to help. But yeah, Robbie is the whale of Doge After Dark.
Yeah,
Robbie's the Doge. We're gonna nickname Robbie Gilchrist the official whale of Doge After Dark. Thank you, Robbie. So what were we talking about right before that? The new whales, and that you perceive the one of them is a Tesla wallet.
Yeah, I mean, there was one that didn't it had like a couple buys, like no sell, or it had like it had a huge massive large buying going on and like very little selling, just like it looked like test sells. So it could, it looked like a test wallet for a long-term holder. Like it clearly wasn't an exchange wallet.
Right.
So yeah, and likewise, I mean, Coinbase moving into the market is something that we all kind of have been anticipating. That's why I really want you guys. I'm not going to be here Thursday, obviously, because Steven's going on pretty late with the Doge Dev Ross on Thursday. But if you guys are up late, man, you guys should listen to that and take some notes, because they're going to answer a lot of great questions on the Rosetta API. Integration, new wallet updates, like what is going on, because the GitHub has been actively being updated, but a lot of like the loudest devs in the GitHub are they have been kind of silent for the past few weeks. You can see the progress in the work they're doing, but they're kind of being kind of quiet. So there's a bunch of questions that I'm sure we'd all like to have answered. So yeah, if you guys are here Thursday, take notes.
Yeah, and speaking to that, guys. So those of you who aren't sure what I'm talking about, this Thursday night, a big guest we have, and he's not the easiest guy to get, but through the help of Billy Marcus, I was able to get legendary Dogecoin contributor Ross Nicole. The Ross Nicole will be here late. Now, he's in the United Kingdom, guys. So because he's in the United Kingdom, he's going to be on the show later. So make sure you drink your matcha tea. Make sure you get your coffee. Stay up late with me because Ross will be coming on around 1:30 in the morning, right around there, Central Standard Time, which would be about, it'd be 11:30 out west if you're out west, and it would be closer to 2:30 if you're on the East Coast. So don't miss Ross Nicole this late Thursday night. And so if you have any questions that you would like me to ask Ross, feel free to DM them to me on my Twitter. And I may not respond to everybody that sends me questions, but just know that I will, I'll send like a thumbs up so you know that it was read or received. Right. So if you have any questions that you want me to ask Ross, we have him on here, Ross Nicole, feel free to put those in my inbox. And you guys don't want to miss that. That's going to be super exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. A couple super chats just came in here.
Yeah, I want to answer one of them, but you take Joe. I'll get Delos.
Sure, no problem. Joe Thomas coming in at $9.99. Joe, thank you so much for the generous super chat. Appreciate your support of the show. And appreciate it, man. Sorry, guys, came in late. Was at work. What was this whole thing about people shorting Doge, and why is it being brought up all of a sudden? Balls and steel to the moon.
Pin in that real quick because Delos is about to expire.
Yeah.
Delos. Hey, Steven and Nick. Have you guys ever heard of Teddy Zane channel? He's a great supporter of Doge and a cool cat. He'll fit in with you guys. I actually reached out to Teddy a while ago. He's a bodybuilder, former bodybuilder, and works with current guys. He reminds me so much of this guy, Rich Piana, if anybody knows who he is. And he's hilarious. Teddy Zane is really funny. And he like yells a lot. So I do know Teddy, and I have reached out to him. Maybe we can get him on the show. That'd be cool.
Is he into Doge and stuff like that, or just
just
a personality?
He's a huge Doge guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've never heard of him, but yeah, we can look into that. Thank you for the suggestion, Delos. I'm always looking for good applicable guests to the show. So I might have Nick or just reach out on the behalf of the show. But okay, yeah, thank you for the super chat, and we'll look into Teddy Zane. We'll look at Teddy Zane. So back to Joe Thomas's super chat. He wanted to know what's this whole thing with people shorting Doge, and why is it being brought up all of a sudden? What do you think, Nick?
Well, Steven, just like every other, actually, as much as I hate shorts, right? I'm a huge guy. I don't like shorting anything. I think it's always a stupid idea. And it inherently comes with a ton of risk. However, short positions only occur on coins that are really actively traded. Like there's only a few exchanges that will let you short Doge, and most shorts occur on Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I know there's shorts on Litecoin as well. If people are able to, if there's exchanges that are executing short orders for cryptos, it really means that there's a lot of volume being placed on your coin. Because either if there wasn't, there would be virtually no benefit to shorting something like that, like a coin that wasn't moving. That's why I said earlier, if Joe probably didn't catch this, but we're trading sideways right now, which basically means Barry is making $0. In fact, to short, you actually have to borrow. You have to borrow coins, so he's actually losing money right now. Now that Doge is trading at 50 cents and sideways. So, Barry is losing today and has been losing for a minute. Shorts, they suck. They're not like, I don't like short positions. However, it's just like being, if you're the cool kid or the popular kid on the block, you're gonna catch haters, and that's what shorts are. And so, you're kind of doing something right if exchanges are allowing short positions to be created, because it's inherently risky for the exchange, right? Like it opens up another level of risk for the exchange. So the exchange wouldn't do it if there wasn't any upside for them, and the upside for them is shorts get liquidated all the time. And when a short gets liquidated, they they lose everything and then some. So, yeah.
Yeah, well stated. Esteban asked, Steven Steele, have you heard of Living with Lucy channel? I think she'd be a great guest for Doge. She become
talked to her last night.
She became a Doge millionaire as well. Yeah, actually, Nick is friends with her, so I had Nick reach out to try to get her on the show, but she's pretty shy, actually. She's
so funny. She is like on her own. She is like the most bubbly, outgoing. She is so like just extroverted. And I talked to, I sent you the chat. I talked to her. I talked to Lucy last night, and she's just very, very shy about coming on lives. She got offered to Matt Wallace, wanted to have her on a couple weeks ago, and she just doesn't like talking on lives with other people, which is, what, I can respect it. I'm not, I'm cool. Me and Lucy are cool. Like, I think she's a cool chick. I think she would do really well on lives. Like, I think she would do really, really well. But, hey, everybody's got their thing. I know, trust me, guys, I've been on a live with Matt before. Matt isn't the greatest at lives either. So, some people are really, really good by themselves. I'm the exact opposite, right? I'm really good at lives. I'm terrible by myself. So, there you go.
So maybe she'll read your follow-up message, and I think for shy people it does help for them to know that we're right now it's just audio, So
yeah.
So maybe that will give her more comfort, because I would love to have her on the show. I think she's got a great personality for the show, and I do like her vibe and just what she's contributed to the Dogecoin scene. Delos had a $5 super chat. We didn't forget about you, man. We'd never forget about you. Coming with a $5 super chat, says, hey, Steven and Nick, you guys ever heard of... Oh, yeah, we did that. It's Teddy Zane channel.
We did that one.
Okay, so I missed one.
Yeah.
What I missed was there was a sticker. That's what I missed. Sticker from Beastagram, a $5 super chat with a Shiba Inu painting. That's pretty cute. Painting a... sign that says #1. So thank you for that, Beastagram. Thank you for that animation sticker donation. Appreciate it. People are really lit up about Barry. People are still really revved up about Barry in the chat, man.
Chat is all Barry right now.
People are still ticked about Barry, man. Barry Silbert.
All right, guys. If you really want to see Barry lose his shit, first off, Barry promised to donate $1 million to whatever charity the Doge community picked if Doge got to $1 by the end of the month. I think that's obviously he knows that's probably not going to happen. However, if Doge got to $1 by the end of the month, I think I did the math, and Barry would lose something like $2 or $3 billion. because of his short position. So if you guys really want to stick it to Barry, yeah, go just spread the word of Doge, go buy dips, and go crush this guy. I would love to see Barry just get
buried.
Yeah, I'd love to see Barry get buried. That would be amazing. That would be so great.
Biggie Man 52 coming in the $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Biggie Man. Appreciate it. Great show, guys. Can you explain the EFT vibes? Nick?
EFT vibes?
Can you explain the EFT, he said.
Oh, Barry's EFT.
Oh, Barry's EFT. Okay, that makes more sense now. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Barry's EFT is a perpetual short 3x EFT, which essentially means he's using 3 times like negative leverage, positive leverage on a negative position.
You're right.
He's basically betting that the price of Doge will go down. Now, to do that, so traditionally, when we take out, you or myself or anyone else takes a position on Doge, we're just buying Doge and waiting for the price to go up. Barry, on the other hand, is borrowing Doge. Now, he's not only borrowing Doge, he's borrowing 3 times the amount of Doge. So like for every 1 Doge, he's taking 2, essentially. So he's creating a 3x negative position on a short. So he's using 3 times leverage to basically bet that Doge will go down.
Right.
That worked for a day. And Barry made a lot of money on one day. Why you would open up a perpetual EFT on a short like that perplexes me. Especially in such a volatile market. I understand that, that Doge right now, like if there was some sort of like overbearing piece of evidence that like Doge was just gonna tank, like I could understand why that would be a smart move. But there's so much evidence right now to show that the market isn't stable one way or the other. It just, all the technical analysis out there shows that it can go shooting up at any moment and come down at any moment. That is so incredibly dangerous to do with a short position like that. It's so incredible. And using leverage I don't know what this guy's thinking. Like, obviously he's made money doing this before, but I wouldn't be able to sleep at night, with a position like that. And this is coming from a guy who was down $2 million one day because of Barry. I wrote it out. Mm-hmm. That didn't bother me. Having a long position doesn't bother me, but man, taking out a perpetual short, oh my God.
Yeah,
the stress that must come with that, it's got to be insane.
Yeah, I mean, really good point. Yeah, and guys, it's good to hear from a guy like Nick who, had millions of dollars on the line during that short and, really wasn't sweating it through it at all. Joe Thomas coming in at $4.99. Thank you again, Joe. Appreciate you, man. So did Barry shorting Doge affect the price of Doge? And I'm not sure what an EFT is. Balls and steel to the moon. Nick?
So essentially what Barry did, shorting the price doesn't affect the price per se thing that day. Barry essentially, look, I'm opening up this short EFT on Doge and I'm betting the price is going to go down. Of course, what he did was essentially market manipulation, because there was already going to be a bunch of sellers due to the SNL hype, right?
Right.
So he basically piggybacked on all of these other sellers and in turn created a cascade of sells, both fed by automatic bot sales. A lot of people set up automatic buys and sells on their exchanges, which is risky but fine. if you want to play that game, it's extremely risky. But yeah, it just, you know, he made a bunch of money in one day, but to open up an EFT perpetual short fund is essentially placing a bet on the market that it's going to just keep going down over time, and like that, and pair that with leverage, it just seems so incredibly risky. It's just, I mean, so EFTs are exchange traded funds. They just operate within a specific exchange. In our case, it would, I don't recall what exchange Barry's using to do this with, but he's, you know, obviously he's shorting Doge. I don't know. It just would scare the hell out of me. I mean, I'm sure he made a good deal of money after SNL,
right?
But he's, you know, at this point, it can't be, like, the juice can't be worth the squeeze anymore. And every single day that he's letting this EFT run is just more and more risky. Every day is more and more risky.
Yeah, I would agree, and I think he miscalculated. I think Barry thought he was going to have a much more permanent, severe effect on the Doge market value than he actually had. You know, we absorbed it and recovered nicely, and he's still left with all the stress of his decisions, right? So, Momstar coming in at the. I saw you coming in about 10 minutes ago with just noticed now, a super chat through Stream Elements. Thank you, Momstar, for a super chat of $4.20. Really appreciate it. Sorry I didn't get you earlier. I just got distracted here talking about things with Nick, but thank you so much, Momstar, for your super chat of $4.20. And then we got So Imperial Beats coming in $5. Imperial Beats, Nick, you and Steven need to maintain that plan next time with David G. Twitter meeting. That's a good plan. We could really rally together and stop Barry. Oh, he's talking about the Twitter space today that we were on.
Yeah. I was in there
David
as well.
G.
Yeah, he must have noticed that we were both in there. Steven was in there way longer than I was. I was in for about 5 or 10 minutes and my phone died.
So he's saying we need to mention that plan next time we're in a David G Twitter space.
Yes, I worked my way into that one. I didn't even plan on saying anything at first, but then
I was surprised. I'm like, oh, cool, Nick's here.
I don't know how those things. That was my like second or third one. I really don't know how they work. But if you're in another one with David G, I'll just holler at me or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll join up, and if you can just introduce me, because I don't think those guys know who I am.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I was glad you got in there. So yeah, people are pretty fascinated about the whole Barry situation. They're not very happy with him at all. So yeah, do you think it's possible that we could see Elon make an official announcement for Dogecoin and Tesla integration as soon as within the week? Or do you think it's something that he's floating out there and it's going to take, it's probably going to be at least a month?
It's really hard to say. I would imagine, and now this, this is going to sound kind of shitty. Sorry. Didn't mean to say that. It's going to sound bad, but I would imagine that with the nature of crypto, that Tesla and Elon and everyone involved, they probably have been planning this for quite some time. And I would believe that they're going to probably, because there's no rule, right? There's no like insider trading rule with crypto where, you can't let your subsidiaries become aware, because obviously that's like company information, right? You want, if your dealerships and your company level executives are going to be knowing about an imminent announcement of something like the acceptance of a new cryptocurrency, they probably want to get that word out company wide first. So they're probably doing that now. And it could be a few weeks, before we hear anything. But I would imagine, and this is another reason why, if you're not already, heavily invested in Doge and you're kind of like halfway in the movement, or you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, great time to invest. And that another reason why Barry, if you're listening to this, you're an idiot. Like if Tesla announces this in the next week or two, it's over, man. Like your ETF is done. So I think we could hear something from Tesla at least in that probably 2 to 3 week range. Did I lose you?
Sorry, I did the mute again. I would concur with that. I would be pretty surprised if he made an announcement this epic just back to back tomorrow or the next Friday or something. I think it's kind of just the preparatory run for something in 2 to 4 weeks from now. If I had to guess, it could be wrong, but that's what my instincts are telling me. Just a second.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm not sure if the room could hear me. Okay. I think the volume was down something. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, we're good. My instincts are telling me that it would be like anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. But it sounds like you're looking at the same timetable as well. And that to me was what would make the most sense. But again, you never know in Doge land, so could be wrong.
I like this. Doge Skywalker goes, tip number 1, never underestimate a man who sends rocket ships into outer space for fun. Yeah. Don't bet against some guy who's just playing around in outer space.
Yeah, I like that. I like that comment. Speaking of rockets, Ethereum right now, guys. Ethereum is pushing, just about to hit $4,300, guys. Amazing. And I was talking about Ethereum a little bit with David G earlier on Twitter tonight, and both him and I and someone else in the chat whose name eludes me, one of the other speakers. This isn't slowing down, man. I don't think Ethereum's slowing down. I think Ethereum's going to continue to dominate. I think we're going to be up to $5,000 before we know it. And this is great. This is really extraordinary gains that we're seeing here with ETH. So again, all-time highs being hit with Ethereum. Ethereum is up 30% so far this week, and to almost 12% for the day, guys, and 12% with the market on a 12% increase in one day on a market cap the size of Ethereum's is very significant. That takes a lot.
That's a lot of money.
A gargantuan amount of buys in order to move, move a coin like that 12% in a day.
They're moving up into the half trillion. I mean, they're basically half of Bitcoin right now, which is, I mean, like we keep saying, guys, like Ethereum could take out Bitcoin. I know that sounds crazy, but they're halfway there.
Right. They're literally halfway there right now.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why we're seeing all these powerful guys who are also Bitcoin maximalists trying to stifle Dogementum, trying to fight for maintaining their number one spot. They know between Doge and Ethereum. I gotta take care of something real quick.
I'll be right back.
No problem. They know between Doge and Ethereum that the number one spot of Bitcoin is threatened. Ario Dogewagon coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Ario Dogewagon. Says another great show. Keep on rolling. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Guys, my name is Steven Steele. You are watching Doge After Dark, aka Steven Steele Live. If you're brand new at the show tonight, if you've never watched the show before, I want you to press a number one in the chat. If you've never watched the show before, I want to know if there's any of you folks, brand new folks in here tonight. I want to know who you are. Somebody in chat says Doge will take out BTC. It sounds far-fetched, Mr. Zero Fox, but I think it's possible. Joe Greenfield, awesome, coming in at a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Joe. Joe says, did you say the other night that the Shiba coin was doing damage to ETH and was incentive for their creator to dump his quote-unquote gift? Thanks, guys. Yes, I did infer that. I think that's a definite possibility. These are gifts he didn't ask for, right? So the Shiba coin specifically, along with other coins of its tier, shall we say, have been doing massive damage to ETH in as far as driving up its gas fees. And so I can only contend that he would allow that to happen only for so long before probably taking action on it in the form of dumping or taking out his gift from his wallet, right, and turning it into fiat. So yeah, I did say that, Joe, and I think that's a possibility, and I think that's a huge risk. I mean, look, Shiba Inu Coin's keeping 50% of its tokens on his wallet. It's just and they call it a burn. It's not a burn. You literally gifted him the tokens. To call that a burn is so disingenuous, so deceitful. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shame on you, Shiba Inu Coin. Shiba Inu Coin, consider yourself roasted, as my friend Matt Wallace would say. You've been roasted. Guys, we have so much to be excited about. We're holding it down until Elon makes the big, giant announcement of Dogecoin and Tesla integration. It's just a matter of time, and he sent us a big fat hint to that last night. I barely can believe my eyes, but Robbie Gilchrist coming in with another $50 super chat, a mega $50 Canadian dollar super chat. Robbie Gilchrist, thank you so much, my friend. I just don't know what to say, man. You've just been such a great supporter of the show, and I'm humbled. I'm humbled. But I told you last time, next time you were going to send a big super chat like that to at least attach a question or something that you want me to read out loud. Just let me know, man. Let me know. Do you have a business or a website? I'll read it aloud. Again, thank you so much, Robbie Gilchrist, for being such a strong supporter and stalwart of this community and the Dogecoin community. Really appreciate it, Robbie. Thank you so much. Lady Joe says, hey, Robbie, will you adopt me? Robbie, the Doge After Dark whale, coming through again. That's right. Robbie is the official Doge After Dark whale. Make no doubt about it. Make no bow to doubt it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Gang, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button, make sure you do that. It's the number one thing you can do to help a new but rapidly emerging channel like this one get up into those YouTube algorithms, get up in front of more eyes, etc., etc. So smash that like button. And also, if you're brand new here, who is new here, by the way? Jose Marino. Welcome, Jose Marino. I'd like to personally welcome you to the show. And I'm not sure if there are any other new people in here tonight. I asked people to press once. No problem.
Did I miss anything cool?
I was just going over super chats and stuff like that. Dylan Rodriguez, I would like to personally welcome you to the show. Fife, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Phteven. Fython Portal, welcome to the show. And any other first-time viewers, I'd like to welcome you to the show. And I would invite you to press subscribe, hit the notification bell, join us. Join our awesome community. Ascend to the moon with us together. Tyler Davis coming in with a $1.99 super chat. Hey, do you think Ethereum Classic will go back under 4K before going to 5K? I think you're probably talking about Ethereum, not Ethereum Classic, because
Yeah.
yeah, Ethereum Classic is nowhere near 4K. So Ethereum Classic right now is at $11.60. So let's assume you're talking about Ethereum there. So do we think it's going to go under 4,000 before it goes to 5,000? I think it's pretty probable, honestly. Well, I would say 4,100 might be the best you're going to do for getting a decent dip out of Ethereum right now. I could be wrong, but I'm going to go with that. I think my instincts are telling me that you'll probably go to around 4,100. I think at this juncture, it'd be pretty difficult for Ethereum to get back to 39, 38 and lower. Of course, I could be wrong.
Yeah. Crypto Face is in a like a $20 million 7x leverage ETH long position right now, so I wouldn't bet against it. I don't think it's going to go down.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. And in fact, I still think there's tons of money to be made, even buying into Ethereum here at this 43.50 level. Honestly, I actually encouraged my sister. She was asking me for investment advice just a couple days ago, 2 days ago. I said, put some money in Ethereum. She's like, it's so expensive. I'm like, it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going, and here we are. Here we are. So my sister already sent me a thank you text. You're welcome, sis. And again, Tyler Davis, thank you for that. So, here we have a situation where Bitcoin is getting the wind taken out of its sails by both Ethereum and Dogecoin simultaneously. And I think there's a lot of crossover between Dogecoin investors and Ethereum investors. Yeah, go ahead.
We got a $5 coming in from Tim. He says, if Barry is working with Coinbase and they are waiting for Rosetta integration, then Doge devs could stall until Barry and his ETF are screwed? ? That's a great question, actually. And I think that is something, that's why, like Stephen was mentioning earlier, if you guys you should really tune in on Thursday night, because we will have a Doge dev live in here. I don't know how open he's going to be to like being grilled on these questions. But like the major question the community wants to know is like, is Rosetta done? 1, and 2, is it going to require a new wallet to integrate Rosetta into the system? If so, like what is the build time on the new wallet? And number 3, Alex Jones level question, is anyone with Tesla or Elon or SpaceX or anyone involved in helping the Doge devs at all? Because in that SNL sketch, Elon seemed to know the code for the new wallet, which seems crazy to me. So
yeah. I do. How do I answer this, Tim? I have been given privy to some information, and I can't reveal a source. But the holdup with Coinbase and Doge has nothing to do with development at this point. All those things are sorted. So that's all I can tell you guys. I do still think Coinbase is going to platform Dogecoin. I don't know when, but I do still think that's going to happen. But it's not due to development issues at this stage. That's all I can say. Joe Thomas coming in with $4.99 super chat said, I thought about converting my Doge into Ethereum, but I don't want to be out of the community because I love Doge. Screw the money. Yeah, Joe, I mean, I don't think you should have to choose between one another. I personally think both Doge and Ethereum are tremendous investments. Obviously, I think your margins are likely going to be bigger with Dogecoin, no doubt about it.
It depends on what your buy-in price was.
And depends how much you can invest, right?
Exactly. It depends on how much you hold. But if your buy-in price was significantly low and you're holding a lot, your chances of making way bigger gains are with Doge, especially right now. Like if you were to just convert right now into ETH,
Right.
Dollar for dollar, you certainly would not make as much money in the long run.
Right. Yeah. I for the most part, I would agree with that. So don't sweat it. Don't sweat it, Joe Thomas. And you can always buy more. You can always buy more. And thank you for your continued support and super chats, Joe. Really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate you. Let's see what else is going on in chat. Drink a Budweiser, buy Doge. Speaking of that, that reminds me of something, Nick. And it's something I brought up on David G's Twitter space earlier today when I was on there as a speaker. I really do think that we could probably stand to even do a more effective job in targeting, whimsically, right? And you want to do it fun and whimsically, targeting different prominent corporate brands to start talking about Doge or get involved with the Doge meme magic, etc. This is a really simple but effective way, right? When corporations start adopting the branding, the language, the lexicon, and the memes of Doge. There's no CEO. It's obviously decentralized in a number of ways. And there's no licensing fees for these corporations to pay. There's no licensing fees they have to pay. So it's like an all-up win-win. And as we've seen, any major corporation on social media anyway who's involved themselves and tied themselves to the Doge has benefited greatly. Through a boom of traffic. So it probably wouldn't hurt if, maybe we started coordinating a little bit with the community here, targeting different companies that we think might be a good match or might be open to Doge, just to kind of raid their comments, right? On Twitter or wherever else, to kind of flip more brands to Doge, especially since Doge, it's putting the currency back in cryptocurrency.
Did you see that that little thread going with Conan O'Brien earlier?
Yeah, I did notice that.
So obviously, that's Conan isn't like I guess you could, yeah, Conan is a brand. But that's the hot thing to do right now is to get in with crypto. And I think the most brand friendly crypto you could ever get in with is Doge.
Right.
And as we talked about earlier, it's free. It's literally free money. You plug yourself into a, what are we at now? Almost $65 billion market for nothing.
Right. Right.
You get $65 billion of fun for free.
Right.
And there is no other brand deal out there that you could say that about. It literally doesn't exist. I mean, we're bigger than most companies at this point. So yeah, I think it's a win-win for everybody. And I think, there's probably a lot of big brands out there who have, I'm sure, like interns and young people working at them that know about Doge.
Right.
But all, the board of the directors are 70-year-old just crypt keepers that,
right.
They have no idea. My so funny. I love my grandma is like the love of my life. She kind of raised me when I was younger, and
I see. Mm-hmm.
She when this first all kind of took off, she knew what Bitcoin was, but she really didn't understand it. And I remember when I bought Doge, I told her about it, and she was very upset at the time and very disappointed that I would invest in such a uncertain, unknown thing. And like the day I became a millionaire, I told my grandma, and she was like, I don't think she believed me. Mm-hmm. and as it kept growing and growing, I'd call her every other week, and I'd be like, "Oh, Grandma, I'm up to like 2 million, and I'd be like, oh, I'm up to like 3 million. And like, she didn't believe me. And then finally, just the other, like a week ago, she was like, I don't understand what this all is, but like, you might be this, like the most successful person in our family. I was like,
Wow,
I told you. Like,
she's like, I don't understand what this all is, but I think you've become the most successful person in our family now.
Yeah. And she just, it finally clicked. And, hopefully that will start happening with a lot of these major companies that are, they might be headed or led by, older individuals. And there's nothing wrong with that, but they don't understand any of this. They don't understand memes or the meme economy or anything like that. So I think it's really just a matter of time before we start to see younger people start to take over positions in larger corporations, and they would be fools not to add Doge to their repertoire because it's free money.
Yeah, really well laid out there, Nick. A couple really exciting things going on here. Firstly, we have 3 enormous candles that just went up in a row, just enormous, guys. And now there's a little retracement on them, but that shot us up right about to the 50-cent mark and coming down a little bit now. But they're just enormous candles. So there's 4 candles in a row, but 3 of them were just huge, thick candles, just shooting, rocketing up there. Just pretty incredible to see as we were live here. Secondly, Johnny Ibarra, longtime supporter of the show. Johnny Ibarra has been a supporter of the show ever since I first went solo and I started just live streaming on Twitter before I had my channel set up here. Johnny comes in with a massive super chat of $19.99. So $100 super chat from Johnny Ibarra. That is just massive, Johnny. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you, man, and really appreciate you just sticking with me and through thick and thin. And thank you for your very generous super chat, Johnny. Apparently, it's more than one whale in the room tonight. But thank you, Johnny. Cheers, Doge family. Keep the positive vibes coming. Like attracts like. Thank you for the positive message, positive vibes. So many positive vibes coming here tonight, and some positive support from whether it's Robbie Gilchrist, the Doge After Dark whale, or Johnny Ibarra coming in with positivity and generosity. Thank you so much, guys. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. So thank you again. Thank you again. Just hugely appreciated. I can't
Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, I can't express that enough. So looks like we're on a little bull run here, Nick. We'll see where the retracement goes, but it's bumped us up here right under 50 cents. Go ahead.
I switched my candles over to the 5 minute. I don't know if I told, I think I mentioned to you the other night, ever since Doge, when I first started coming on, I told you I was getting anxiety when the market surged.
Yeah.
And so I stopped looking at short time frames because it literally means nothing to me. It doesn't change my outlook. So I stopped looking at 1 minute charts. I stopped looking at 5 minute charts, and the shortest chart, or the longest chart I look at now is half hour. So occasionally when stuff like this happens, I'll switch over to a 5 minute. And yeah, I mean, it's cool to see, we take these kind of short time frame movements for granted sometimes, but you guys got to imagine each one of those candles represents like $100 million US. And I mean, I'm a multimillionaire. I can't wrap my mind around $100 million, so, let alone when we see those massive parabolic runs where we're looking at 10, 20, 30, 40 billion dollars being moved into a market. It's just insanity. So, yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's definitely cool. And it does reassure me that, as we were talking about earlier, the positive outlook is more bullish than bearish in the short term, at least, for sure.
you guys are really just coming through with the super chats big time tonight. Really appreciate this, guys. Trucking All Day coming in with a $20 super chat. Finally today on CNBC, when they reported crypto news, no one commented on any negativity with Doge. Doge is always on the CNBC charts. Soon we'll have the older folks calling the grandkids, hey, show me how to buy a Dogecoin. That's great. So I didn't see that coverage on CNBC that you're talking about. The last time I saw CNBC talking about Dogecoin, they were talking about it like it was some secret evil plan to subvert society or something. Well, it is that, but it's not evil, but it's everything else in my opinion. But Trucking All Day, thank you for your generous super chat. And that is good news, right? To finally see Dogecoin become something of more common vernacular in the corporate press lexicon when it comes to financial news anyway. That can only mean a good thing. It normalizes Doge, and when you can normalize it that way, you'll have more investors pouring in, right? So thank you again, Trucking All Day, for that. And Robbie Gilchrist, the official the official whale of Doge After Dark, comes in again at $50 Canadian super chat. Robbie, I'm just kind of beside myself here, my friend. Thank you so much. And again, feel free to add whatever plug or whatever questions or whatever comments you want to your super chats. You're more than welcome to do that, my friend. But just so you know, that option is there for you. Thank you so much for your amazing generosity and support of the show, Robbie. It's just wild. Thank you so much, man. What a wild night here on Doge After Dark. Thank you. Batman versus Deadpool, $1.99. Thank you, Batman versus Deadpool. Robin Hood, more like Robin the Hood, my guys. Yeah, Robin Hood has a long kind of questionable history in its relation with Doge. It's kind of a bittersweet thing because at the same time, they did platform Doge early on, which did help with its notoriety. But as we know, they've certainly haven't been very reliable, right? Very reliable on how the market goes and how their reaction to it sometimes is. But hopefully we'll get those wallets soon out of them, and I think that could be a real game changer. And guys, my guest for tonight has been the regular kind of co-host around here, Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls. And if you don't follow Nick on Twitter, I would encourage you guys to follow Nick on Twitter. He's pretty active there as well, and he just
coming up on 2,000 followers.
That's the Steven Steele effect, my friend.
It is.
so
I'm gonna put out a tweet too as soon as I hit 2K. I'm gonna put out a little tweet that sorry, I was grabbing some snacks. When I started tweeting about Doge 7 years ago, I had 0 followers. I had 0 followers at all. And I was tweeting to absolutely no one. And I have 2,000 followers now, and it just seems so surreal.
So how long ago did you open up that Twitter account?
I opened my Twitter, let me take a look here. I started Twitter in 2010.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't really start tweeting until 2014. I didn't really have a reason to.
Right, so
I just started.
You registered your Twitter account 11 years ago, and then you started tweeting about Dogecoin in the ether, basically in 2014. What kind of things were you saying back in 2014? What kind of things were tweeting about in 2014, Nick?
I wonder if I can sort it by. You were looking at it the other day.
I know it took me really long to get back there, though.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was curious, and so I was like scrolling. I scrolled for quite a while, my friend.
It essentially is the same. I mean, it was like the same stuff I was tweeting. I'm tweeting now. It was just all about Dogecoin, and It was, like I was, hashtagging Dogecoin on everything,
Right.
and getting no response from anyone because I had
Right.
0 followers. But yeah, I mean, I wish I'm scrolling right now, but it's gonna take me like forever to get back down. I wish Twitter had a thing where you could sort by,
I know, like date, where you could go back
Yeah.
to, right, and it automatically prompt
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Because I did that for It's All Risky. I went back to her or his, like, oldest tweets, essentially.
You're like
Where they
her,
were-
his, her, who knows?
Their, whatever. Where they were tweeting about Bitcoin and some
Right.
other very strange things. It's All Risky was tweeting some weird stuff a while ago. I can't even scroll past February. But yeah, I mean, essentially it was just me talking to nobody about Bitcoin or about Dogecoin and like having no one reply. I did it for a year. I literally tweeted about Dogecoin for a year to 0 people.
That's sad.
Yeah.
You're trying to warn people. You're like, guys,
This is gonna be big.
it's gonna be big.
Crickets.
Trust me. Somebody, can anyone hear me? It's dog money, but it's gonna be big.
Yeah, some BTC guy was probably like, "Screw off, kid."
Yeah, totally. Joe Thomas coming in, $1.99 super chat. Where did Mr. Balls buy his Doge back in the day? Great question, Nick. Where did you buy your Doge in 2014? Where would one go to get dog money in 2014?
Well, Steven, glad you asked.
Yeah.
If you had a time machine and you could go back to 2014, the only place that you could get Doge was a website called Cripsy.com that no longer exists because guess what? It's an exchange that went under and stole hundreds of millions of dollars from people.
Oh, they hit it and quit it, huh?
Yep, based out of Florida.
Wow.
All good business ventures come out of South Florida.
Wow.
Yeah. And I told, it's so funny. I had a handful of my friends who actually listened to me and they bought Doge, but they never took it off the exchange and they lost everything. So,
Yeah. Wow. So they never
lesson
talked.
learned.
So how did you know? How did you know they were gonna basically rug pull the operation?
Oh, I had no idea. I didn't know. I just knew that was the only place you could get Doge.
Well, so you didn't leave your coins on there. You immediately
Hell
transferred.
no. I was so nervous. As soon as I would buy 1 million coins at a time. And I did that I bought like 1 million coins every day for like 10 days or 15 days.
On Cripsy.
And Cripsy.com, yep. And every time I would buy 1 million, it would be like, dude, it was like the most nerve-wracking thing. Because first off, transferring the Bitcoin to Cripsy was nerve-wracking because you didn't know if it was going to go through.
Yep.
Then converting it into Doge was nerve-wracking because you didn't know if that was going to go through. Then transferring the Doge to your wallet was nerve-wracking because you didn't know if that was going to go through.
Oh gosh.
So
I know.
like 2 weeks straight, I was just like a bundle of nerves, and it was terrible.
I bet, man. Another super chat came in. I want to get to quick. AD Zaxis for $4.99 says, "This is my favorite YouTube channel. Hey Nick, you bring a lot of value to the awesome show. What is your go-to protein powder brand? I know you have to have one." And you're asking the right man, because I wouldn't be the guy to ask this. So, firstly, thank you for your super chat. Thank you for your kind words. And yes, I agree in your comments about Nick. Nick, go ahead. What is your go-to protein powder brand?
I actually showed it on Upshot yesterday or the other day. So I used to be sponsored, and still kind of am sponsored, by a company called Species Nutrition, also based out of South. And the protein is called Isolyze. And if you really want to know, I use everything from Species Nutrition. So I use all of their vitamins, protein. I've been using Species Nutrition everything for 7 years. So yeah, essentially when I moved from Doge into bodybuilding, and yeah.
Yes. So I'm always, just the way my mind works, I'm always curious about these things. Not to turn this into an infomercial by any means, but why do you like Species Nutrition more than the zillion other kinds of bodybuilding, fitness training supplements you could be using?
Well, I have tried others, right? Isolyze is the highest grade of pure protein isolate that you can use. I like 99% of other protein you can buy at just like a GNC or whatever is not pure protein isolate, which is why people get gassy and they get farts and stuff from crappy protein.
Right. I've experienced that when I used to train when I was younger. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So that it's because they don't protein isolate removes all of the lactose, all of it.
I see.
So you're left with just the protein, and it's expensive. It's not cheap. It's definitely not the cheapest protein out there, but it is the best. It is the best protein. I have 2 shakes a day, which each shake is 50 grams of protein per shake. So I get 100 grams of protein a day out of shakes, and the rest of it I get from food. And yeah, I mean, it's just Species Nutrition is the best stuff on the market. It's certainly not the cheapest. It is probably on the more expensive side, but it is certainly worth it if you are in the like high level, strength athlete, bodybuilder. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for telling me. Yeah. I knew there was more to that. So yeah, thanks for breaking that down, for me, if not for anyone else. $5 super chat coming in from Fart Particle. Thank you, Fart Particle, for your contributions to Steven Steele Live. They said, buy some Doge on me, Steele. I am enjoying the open communication and the community. Appreciate you and your guests. Well, thank you so much, Fart Particle. I always know the show isn't complete without Fart Particle in the chat room. So thank you for that. I don't know what they meant by buy some Doge on me.
With the donation.
Oh, right. Okay. I was reading it like almost too literally, where I wasn't getting the context.
You were.
Yeah. I'm like on you, on the Fart Particle. So yeah, buy some Doge on me, Steele. Okay, I got it now. Like a drink. You bought a drink. A drink's on me, Doge on me. I will. I literally am going to take that $5 super chat and buy $5 of Dogecoin. Thank you, Fart Particle. Appreciate that.
DZ asked if I have a promo code for Species. I don't anymore. I used to when I was competing professionally in the NPC, but I don't anymore because I haven't competed in like 2 years. So,
well, you got a bigger platform now, so tell them you pitch it to them and tell them to hook you up with free supplements again. Maybe I'll shoot
Dave an email tomorrow and see if we can get a promo code for the channel.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Surge the ass. My mod Celeste is just getting really funny in there. That's so funny. Okay, so here we are, hovering right around the 50 cent point. There seems to be a lot of resistance right at the 50 cent line. People were kind of wondering what that was about. I don't know. I honestly don't know why there's so much resistance at 50. Just like there's always resistance somewhere, and this is where it happens to be now. Do I think we're going to get into the 50s tonight? I think it's pretty probable. Sure, why not? Either way, I just don't even really think it matters, guys. I don't care if Dogecoin trades sideways between 40 cents and 42 cents, or if it trades sideways between 57 cents and 58 cents for the next couple weeks. it doesn't really matter to me, because in the end, I have a very strong feeling where this coin is going to end up, and it looks pretty good to me. Nick?
Yeah, I would agree. You know, I always like, I make it too personal, but I always hope that the price just trades sideways until I get back from vacation. So I've said this before. I either want us to get over $1 before I leave for vacation, or get, you know, trade sideways until at least I get back from vacation, so I can like figure out what I'm going to do with my life. But yeah, I mean, either way, it's a win-win for me. I don't care, but I just hope that when I'm on vacation, I'm not going to be like checking anything or like really be online that much. So
when are you going on vacay?
June 6th. So that's a Sunday. I think I leave on a Sunday.
You leave on a Sunday, and then how long are you going to be gone, buddy?
A week.
So you're going to be you're going to be away from Doge After Dark for a week?
I'll be gone for an entire week.
Oh man. Okay. We'll just have to we'll plan accordingly. Have to make some provisions, guys, and I'll try to fill those guest slots as best as I can.
All right, everybody. I haven't been on vacation since the last time I competed in Florida, which was like 2 years ago. So
yeah. So you're overdue. You're ready to go. Ready to soak up some rays and have a little fun.
Hell yeah! Be on the beach, sipping Mai Tais, and I might even go hang out with Alpha.
Oh, that's right. He's in Miami. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be right there.
So you're going to Miami?
I'm gonna be in Fort Lauderdale, but it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah. That's about a half hour out. Yeah, I've been to Fort Lauderdale as well. Yeah, you definitely should, man. You definitely should.
Said he wants to grab drinks and stuff, so we'll see. My girlfriend is really like, we'll see. We'll see if she allows it. She's very like set on
schedule.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're both very like, you know, we're both very like, you know, we wake up at the same time. She wakes up at 3:30 in the morning. Believe it or not.
No way.
Yeah, she goes to the gym at 4 a.m. So.
Wow, so she's next level early. I mean, you're the night owl by far compared to her.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, she knows, like, I stay up. Like, I usually get off here at around 11:30, 11:45. I'm usually in bed and out, you know, around midnight. But yeah, she is out at like 9:30. 10 o'clock is late for her.
Well, it's a pretty interesting world we find her in. We find ourselves in, Nick, because here you made some really smart decisions back in 2014, and now it's kind of your job to promote Dogecoin. I mean, essentially, to promote your investments and kind of like spread the good word and let people know why you made the decisions you made and why you think it's a great investment and why you think it's poised to do really well. So, you know, you're kind of like investing in yourself at the same time, helping others with useful knowledge to empower themselves, you know, to financial freedom, etc. So it's a very unique thing. It's a really unique kind of fun scene that we've been cultivating here and hammering away at every day. I can't really think of any other cryptocurrency that does this sort of thing. Can you?
Yeah, I keep telling, because she always, you know, my girlfriend always gives me shit about like, you know, she's like, you don't have to be. I told her she's gotten used to it now. She knows I'm here every night. She knows I'm doing all these podcasts. But in the beginning, because we used to do, when quarantine first hit, we started doing Twitch together, and it was just a mess. It turned out terribly.
What were you guys doing?
We were just doing like, I was playing games at night. Like I had got like World of Warcraft Classic came back out.
Yeah.
So I was playing Warcraft at night, and then she was coming over in the day, and we were doing just chatting. and it was terrible. It was just like all the weirdos in the world were coming out to like
Creep.
Google and ogle. Yeah, I mean, we got we got partnered like right away.
Oh, did you?
We got like we got partnered like within our first 2 weeks, but probably because she looks the way she does.
Yeah.
Not because of me at all. So, you know, she just got really turned off by the whole streaming experience. I like doing these kind of things, and you're right. I feel an obligation now to the community that has made me a multimillionaire. I feel an obligation to give back, and this is how I do it. You know, I feel like I have a responsibility to help people become financially free and financially independent, and that's like my job now.
Yeah, well stated, man. Well stated. Mr. Frodo coming in. Well, thank you, Mr. Frodo. $4.99 super chat. Can you all explain the difference between Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge in their utilities and how they work? And also favorite wine. Well, that's a lot.
Wow.
That's a lot, man, for $4.99. Let me see. Can you all explain the difference between BCT, Ethereum, and Doge and their utilities and how they work? I guess I'll try to do like a just a super abbreviated cliff note, because what you asked there you could literally take 2 hours on.
Yeah.
But Bitcoin is the hallmark standard of blockchain decentralized currency, or value rather. And so that is the template. That is the granddaddy. It like all of them, it runs on a blockchain. It's decentralized. But I'd say Bitcoin is moving more almost like decentralized. But the difference is Bitcoin has a very hard cap, has a hard limited cap. I think its hard cap is 22 million, Nick.
21 million.
21 million, yeah. 21 million, not including the amount that have been lost over the years, which they...
And the 1 million that Satoshi owns.
Yep, and the 1 million that Satoshi owns. So you're talking about probably 15% loss rate. So it's very limited run. Consequentially, that makes it because it's been around so long, that makes it a valuable... basically just a valuable storing asset, and something that people are going to be unlikely to spend. So just by the nature of its hard cap and for as long as it's been around, that's what it's evolved into. Ethereum is, I guess, Ethereum more runs on. It's more dependent on it. It's like a totally separate, different kind of blockchain technology. So I'm trying to think how I would best differentiate Ethereum from Bitcoin. I guess Ethereum has a lot more diverse application to it. It's a community-run technology that can work on thousands of decentralized applications, where Bitcoin doesn't have that kind of flexibility. And so it's the home to digital money, global payments, and a variety of applications. So I guess those are the diversity of application would be the main thing I'd say that separates from Bitcoin from Ethereum. And also a lot of times companies just use Ethereum's blockchain and just it goes on and on. And then Dogecoin is something with a soft cap that's sculpted and tailored to be an everyday currency, digital currency for a large amount of people, the general populace, for retail and retail transactions, large and small, on a daily basis. So it's the one that's the most poised to be an actual everyday digital currency that's used on a major way. So that's about as far as I want to get into it.
I can do all this in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is like gold, right? It's all it is one thing, and it's like a store of value. Ethereum is like a bank. A bank does a bunch of things. It stores gold, but you can also do a million other things at a bank. You can send a teller's check. You can do all this other stuff. People can go into banks and make businesses and do all sorts of other things. Doge is like a dollar that you bring to a bank. You can use it to buy gold or anything else. Boom. And I don't drink wine. I don't think Steven does either.
Yeah, I actually don't drink at all. I'm actually what they would call straight edge, and I've pretty much always been that way. And the first question people always ask me when I tell them I don't drink, smoke, or do drugs, they say, they assume that I used to have a problem with alcohol or something. How long have you been clean? I'm like, forever,
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I drink. That's the thing. I drink, but I like for example, right now, when I'm getting ready, especially if I'm getting ready for a show or a competition, I don't drink for 3 months getting ready for the show, sometimes 4 months if it takes a while for me to lose the fat. So I don't drink at all for 4 months, 3 or 4 months out of the year. And then the rest of the year, I just very rarely drink. It's very seldom. So like maybe once a month or could be even rarer than that. So I'm just, yeah. And my girlfriend hasn't drank in like 20 years.
Yeah, and it's not like I have anything against people who do drink or do other things. It's just personal preference for me, guys. So it's not like, and most of my friends do and have their different indulgences.
It's funny. I don't drink wine very often, but I do drink like half a bottle of wine the night before a competition. Because
really?
It dehydrates you and makes you look all crispy.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, that's quite a trade secret, Nick.
Yep.
Just drink a gallon of cheap wine before competition.
I don't know about that, but yeah, sure, why not?
Oh man. Let's see if we're all caught up on. Dogecoin is now being adopted onto a mainstream level. Doge Skywalker says, yeah, it's something we've been talking a lot about here lately. We are seeing Dogecoin integration not only into various businesses now, but just into the everyday lexicon of people. More and more people at least know what Dogecoin is. They know how to pronounce it. Some people pronounce it Dogecoin, and but most people pronounce it. Most people pronounce it Dogecoin. I have heard some people pronounce it Dogecoin, where they pronounce the G and the E a bit differently. But we are definitely seeing a sea change in the public consciousness towards Dogecoin, and I think that's only going to continue to increase. But in no small part to communities like this, every day just staying excited, keeping Dogementum, encouraging each other, and fostering a vibrant community, reaching out to new people, and just keeping ourselves fired up, excited, and about the future and everything that's to come Doge related. So I really do feel that plays a significant role in the long-term viability of this thing. And now we are just right on the precipice of Elon Musk and Dogecoin integration with Tesla. And on that day, I think a lot of big business money will likely pour into Dogecoin, wouldn't you think, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, the moment that we saw it with Bitcoin, right?
Right.
The moment that Tesla released that they were accepting
Bitcoin as payment for
Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like immediately Bitcoin. It seemed like it shot up like $5,000 like in a minute. So yeah, I think we'll see a huge, massive run on Dogecoin the moment that is released. So I look forward to it. I just don't think it's going to come, right away.
Yeah, I agree. If I had to put it on a timeline, I would say that decision will officially get announced anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, I would say. I don't think it's going to be like another 6 months or anything that long, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's 1 to 2 months, something like that. Maybe even 3 months at the most. Yeah, he was testing the waters. Elon was just kind of putting this out there, just getting it in people's minds. So when I do announce it, it's not going to be this, total shock, right? So I think when that day comes, I think we're going to see something rather parabolic, honestly.
Sure.
Let's all drop $5 on Doge to bring in a green candle. I don't know how much a difference it would make, all 140 of us here, but George Guy coming in with $2.99. George Guy, thank you for your continued support of the show, George. Yo, peace, love, and rock and roll. I think this is what I'm reading out of those emojis, George, and it looks like you are a rock and roller yourself, if your avatar is any indication. So again, thank you, George, for your continued support of the stream. RW says Shiba Inu token currently collapsing. Fake coins don't last long. Interesting. I would like to take a look. Yeah, take a look at that chart for me, Nick. I'd be curious to see where that's at right now. Tyler Davis coming in with a $4.99 super chat. To find old tweets, plug Twitter or plug following in Twitter. Search from username, since, year, month, and date until year, month, and date. Oh, interesting. I'm going to show that to Nick when he comes back from looking at the Shiba Inu chart. So thank you for that, Tyler Davis. It sounds like a really smart suggestion. Can we go parabolic? Try hard, says Robbie Gilchrist, the Doge After Dark whale. So Imperial Beats comes in for $5. Thank you again, Imperial Beats. Says, after Tesla announces that they will take Doge for payments, do you think it will be a massive run, even with whales dumping and shorting? That's a good question, Imperial Beats. So I think that I do think it's going to be a massive run regardless. And think of it this way. These whales got to get out of the way sooner or later in order for us to get where we want to go. I mean, the ones that are intent on selling, waiting for the right time to sell. So I think of it this way is once they unload, then it's way less resistance the next time things consolidate and ramp up to the level that it couldn't get through before. So that's the main advantage to getting whales out of the way. So I just consider it as when I see a whale completely selling off, I think I'm relieved. So I guess not to give you a non-answer answer, but I think that's kind of how I perceive it. I can't predict how high we're going to go on that day, but I would imagine it would be extremely significant. We do have a little bit of history to reference to get an idea, like when the day it was announced on Twitter that Tesla accepted Bitcoin, just an astronomical amount of money went flooding, into Bitcoin. So yeah, I bet that's about all I can tell you about that. Nick, any luck on the chart?
Yeah, it looks like it looks like a big old rug puller.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I'm going to actually
like hard.
Shiba Inu coin chart. So I'm going to try to look it up here. Where are you looking it up, Nick, if you don't mind me asking?
Coin market cap.
Okay, market cap. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's look at for the day. Oh, that's it looks like a stinger there. Looks like a stinger. Isn't that a shame? Couldn't happen to a better coin.
Ooh, I went back in my old tweets and I found when Joe Rogan replied to me. That was pretty cool.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
When did Joe Rogan reply to you?
August 14th, 2013.
Wow. And what did you say to Joe Rogan, and what did he say back to you?
He had a show on Sci-Fi, and he was I think it might have been the redo of Fear Factor. I can't remember.
Okay.
And I said, Joe Rogan only meets in industrial spaces. Haven't you seen the Joe Rogan Experience? And he just said, I'm crafty like that.
Okay. That's funny. There was a super chat earlier that had a suggestion for you from, I'm scrolling back here. Where was that? Oh, yeah. Tyler Davis said, to find old tweets, plug following in Twitter, search from username since year until year. So he's saying that there is a way you can...
yeah, I'm trying to mess with it right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you again for that, Tyler. So we are riding just... we're trading sideways, just under 50 cents, gang. Not too shabby, considering everything we've been through lately, right? Can we see the chart? I think people want to see the Shiba Inu chart. It's not really much to look at because it doesn't really have a history, but it's starting to fall. I wouldn't say that it's, from what I'm seeing, it's like completely bottoming out, but it's definitely sharp. It's definitely sharply going down.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God. This is hilarious. Okay. Sorry to interrupt. This is a tweet I'm looking at from February 13th, 2014. You guys want to know what this says? This is... I tweeted this on February 13th, 2014 at Coinbase. So I think everyone, including myself, is eagerly awaiting a Dogecoin integration. Hashtag Dogecoin.
When was this?
This was February 13th, 2014.
Wow.
I'm still waiting, Coinbase.
Wow. Dude, you got to retweet that right now. You got to RT it.
I am right now.
You got to RT that. So here Nick has been waiting for Dogecoin integration from Coinbase for 8 stinking years. They tweeted about it 8 years ago. It's hilarious. This is a quintessential example of that meme. It's of that old lady. It's been 84 years.
All right, it's going out.
There's going to be a Dogecoin integration on Coinbase when you're 80 years old, Nick.
I know, dude. I finally got to see the Dogecoin integration. All right, go follow me on Twitter, guys. You can see my tweet from 2014 where I called out Coinbase, and I'm currently still waiting.
That's funny, man. That's really funny. Erectile Reptile coming through with a generous $20 super chat. Thank you so much for that, Erectile Reptile. And I know a fact is coming in there somewhere. Steven, I saw you were on Jesse's Twitter chat about Doge today. LOL. Yes, that was me. That was me, my friend. Fact. Sunglasses were originally designed for Chinese judges to hide their facial expressions in court. Oh my gosh. That is wild, man. Sunglasses were originally designed for Chinese judges to hide their facial expressions in court. That I wouldn't have guessed, my friend. That I wouldn't have guessed. That is wild. That is a very interesting fun fact. Erectile Reptile, thank you so much for your continued support of this channel. And your continuous array of interesting, fun facts. Thank you. More super chats coming in. Awesome. Joe Thomas coming in again with $4.99. I know we are all about Doge, but what do you two know about VThor token? I know that it's VThor is associated with VeChain.
Yep.
And it's like it's like an integration off of VeChain. I'm personally not invested in any I'm invested in VeChain, but I'm not invested in VThor. It's, from what I understand, it's a public blockchain that's derived from VeChain, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's like how could I explain it? It's like kind of like how you can make other tokens off of Ethereum. It's like that. It's that version of VET. You know, it's like the brother coin to VET. So
right.
I don't know. I've been wanting to own VET for a long time, but I just haven't yet, and I think I will soon. I told people every time I put new money into stuff, I put like 100 grand in. So that's my next big move is VET. Actually, I just haven't done it. But yeah, VThor is cool. I would probably own actual VET before I'd buy VThor though.
Yeah, I agree. I'm invested in VeChain, and I'm just kind of letting it sit there. It's hasn't really done a lot yet, but I do think the probability of it having a bright future is pretty good. So again, thank you for that, Joe Thomas. Isaac Castile coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Isaac. Considering Doge's market utility and how good it feels to own Doge in general, it seems clear this will keep going. What do you say to Doge naysayers who are buying crypto but haven't been Doged yet? What do you say to naysayers? I guess the same things we often say to them on Twitter and everywhere else. You know, there's no coin better positioned on the market to actually function as an everyday retail coin for people to actually buy things small and large. The transaction speeds are lightning quick. The gas fees are very cheap, and its accessibility is awesome. It is fantastic, and it's ready now. It's ready now. It doesn't need further tweaks. It works brilliantly now. And if we're a huge company like Kmart or Walmart or somebody was hooked up, decide they want to hook up with BitPay in order to enable people to pay for things with Dogecoin would be ready right away, guys. And you really can't say that about obviously Bitcoin, but not even Ethereum as well. You really can't. So Dogecoin is the digital currency that's most well positioned to fill this role. I guess that's what I would break down to them, Isaac. And plus, from an investor point of view, it's looking very like a very wise decision to do. I think this is the closest thing I've ever seen in crypto to being able to see the future, and that is with Dogecoin. And the future looks so bright that we've got to wear shades. How you doing, Nick? You hanging in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna get rolling.
I was just looking at the time here. I was like, wow, you did the OT tonight, man.
I know. I was like getting into it. I was just looking at old tweets. I was like, oh my God, all right.
You're going down memory lane.
Yeah, I am. But thank you so much. I had a blast as always. You guys, everybody, make sure to hit the like button. Go subscribe to Steven Steele. If you guys are new here, we do this pretty much every night. And this week, guys, if you are up late Thursday night, I am telling you, having a Doge Dev live is like having a piece of gold. Mm-hmm. You know, you guys can live chat and get your questions answered in real time. Mm-hmm. Like this is a very, very rare event. Please, if you guys are up, I'm not going to be up, but I will be watching it as soon as I wake up. Please, guys, if you can, watch it live and ask as many questions as you can, because this is very rare to have happen. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Nick. Appreciate you, man. Get a little rest, and I'm sure we'll be in touch tomorrow, my friend.
Sounds like a plan, buddy. You have a great night.
All right, you as well, Nick. Thanks again.
Later, bud.
Guys, if you want to follow Nick on Twitter, I'm going to put his Twitter URL in the chat one more time. If you want to follow Nick Balls on Twitter, looks like he's approaching 2,000 followers. He's catching up to me. So we'll put Nick in there in case you guys want to give Nick a follow there on Twitter. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, so Nick was looking up old Old memories, strolling down Twitter, memory lane. And, it's sometimes I share with you guys some of my memories in the form of stories. Maybe I'll have to bring out a story tonight. And sometimes when I think of my dating history, I stroll down memory lane. So here we are, guys, at about 49 cents. Kind of just traded sideways between 49 and 50 cents. And it's looking pretty good. Guys, if you haven't hit that like button, take a moment to hit the like button. Takes a split second of your time. Doesn't cost you a dime. It's the number one thing you can do to help a new, exciting, emerging channel like this get up in front of more viewers and to help us grow. So if you haven't hit that like button, if you could just hit it right now, really appreciate it. And secondly, if you're new, if you've never tuned in before, I would like to personally and warmly welcome you to Steven Steele Live, Doge After Dark. I hope you've been finding this entertaining, and I hope you would consider to join our community. How would you join our community? It's free. It's free to join the Steven Steele community. You simply hit the subscribe button, then you hit all on the notification bell, so you never have to wonder ever again when I go live. You don't have to wonder about missing shows, missing late breaking news, and awesome guests, and all the other excitement that goes with it. So thank you guys so much. This has been a really good show. I'm not gonna let you guys go quite yet. There's a couple things I wanted to, a couple stories I saw that were pretty interesting. And this one comes courtesy of Fortune magazine, and it's the title is get this, you guys. Goldman Sachs director reportedly quits after striking it rich in Dogecoin. And they go on to write, a managing director at Goldman Sachs' London office has reportedly left the brokerage after making millions on Dogecoin. Aziz McMahon has been with the bank for 14 years, according to his LinkedIn profile, but a Goldman spokesperson confirmed that he has departed. A report on eFinancial Careers says that the move came after a huge payoff in the cryptocurrency that no one was meant to take seriously. Goldman declined to offer any additional details on the departure. McMahon did cash in enough Dogecoin to quit his high-level job. He likely did so before Elon Musk's recent hosting stint on Saturday Night Live, which led to a 30% drop in Dogecoin prices. The crypto has recovered somewhat since then. The lure and rapid rise of cryptocurrency has been beacons to people in other career fields for some time. 10,000 new Dogecoins are programmed to be issued every minute for the rest of eternity, meaning the value was never meant to hold. That's not true, actually. That's not true. But pushes from everyone from Elon Musk to Mark Cuban to Guy Fieri have kept it in the spotlight, and traders have decided to defy logic. This is hilarious. So this is a guy who's a Goldman Sachs director who's been very skeptical about Dogecoin, who, as a company, they're nervous about Dogecoin, and they don't like Dogecoin. And here's a guy who is a director for Goldman Sachs that is now a Dogecoin millionaire, and he pieced out the first chance he got, the first opportunity he got. He pieced out of Goldman Sachs. That's pretty hilarious. Robbie Gilchrist says, we need to will this together. Hit the like. Thank you, Robbie. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. That's a badass middle finger to the bank. George Guy says. Celeste says, be right back. Behave, y'all. She's so funny. That was one of the stories that kind of popped out at me. It was pretty funny, pretty amusing. It looks like the Shiba Inu coin is definitely stumbling now, guys. It's definitely stumbling. And no big surprise there. And something that's been happening too is the Dogecoin copycats have been driving up Ethereum fees to no end. And I don't think that something like this is sustainable, guys. So these tokens like Shiba Inu that have been driving up the Ethereum fees, I can't imagine that the folks over in charge at Ethereum are going to keep letting that stand, without some sort of consequence, because that really makes things difficult on their trademark coin, right? Let's see what's going on in the chat, guys. Yes, taking it down. Awesome. Well, let's see. How long have we been on tonight? Yeah, over 2 hours. We've been over about 2.5 hours. Gang, I think I'm going to shut down this show for now. But I might be back for an extra late edition, Dogecoin for Insomniacs. So I might be back for that, guys. But I would like to give you guys a warm thank you. This has been a great show, a fun show, a marvelous show. Just marvelous, baby. And so I'm going to have a bit of food. I'm going to clean myself up. Joe Thomas coming in with $1.99 super chat says, why does Shibu drive up ETH? Because it taxes. It requires it's running on the Ethereum blockchain in order to be able to trade, and yeah, so it really taxes the gas fees pretty heavily there. Anyway, I frequent a coffee shop. Told the kid about Dogecoin. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone tuning in. I'm sure almost all of you already follow me on Twitter, but for some reason, if you just stumbled across me on YouTube and you're like, who is this guy? Well, they call me the cool uncle of Doge. That's what they've been calling me. And you can find me on Twitter here in the link in the chat. My DMs are always open there, guys. And make sure you keep the notification bell on in case I come back on later tonight for Dogecoin for Insomniacs. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, thank you so much, guys. This is a fantastic show. And love you guys all very much. Let's keep the Doge momentum going strong, and let's spread the word about this channel to everyone you know. Let's spread the word of this channel to everyone you know, and we are going to win together. Take care, guys. This is Steven Steele signing out.